Hello, you're welcome back to this training, which I have started some minutes ago on after NYC, what next. In this section, I'll be going through job application websites and some other things about entrepreneurship. This site you see here can actually help you get information about vacancies. And one thing I like to put out here is that the earlier you apply for jobs, the better, because it is said that the recruiter or any human resource person actually has less than 30 seconds to peruse a CV, and that's true. Something I have practically experienced while working in Nestle Nigeria PLC, the human resources department. So with a well-written CV and a good cover letter, coupled with God's favor, you can't rule that out. You can get your dream job. When you get to Jobberman, I have used Jobberman sometimes ago when I was looking for a job when I wanted to get employed. Then I actually used Jobberman, and Jobberman works. You might say many people say they are scammers. Yes, there will be scammers. That is. This is the age of the internet. There will be scammers who want to use the internet platform to perpetrate their evil acts, but it's up to you to be able to conduct diligent search. Jobberman.com is a very good site. Maybe, I'm not promising, maybe one of these days I might record a video on how to use Jobberman. When you register on Jobberman, the most important thing you have to do is to complete your profile. Your profile has to be accurate. Then then you can also subscribe for email alerts based on the particular kind of jobs you need, and you'll be getting email alerts whenever there are job openings in those particular industries. And most importantly, whenever you apply for any job vacancy, make sure that you back it up with a good cover letter, whether the company specifies it there or not. The cover letter actually gives you an edge. So you can go through these websites. They are not limited to this. But whatsoever vacancy you see, please ensure you conduct your diligent search. Even when you apply and you are told to come for an interview, make sure that you write down. You can write out the name of the venue and do a check on Google. So whoever has previous experience dealing with those people might be able to come up with. You'll see such results that will actually tell you if those people are scammers or they are. You will be able to get adequate information. Then going through the jobs and vacancies section on Ireland will also help you identify scams, job scams. So that is that about job application websites. I'm going to move over to the next section. Okay. And in this next section, I'll be talking about entrepreneurial instincts. Everyone will not be able to get jobs, and you might decide to become an entrepreneur. And there are various ways through which you can become an entrepreneur, and I've listed them here. I'll just do a brief explanation on them. Develop, upgrade, and trade your talent. You have something you can do. You might say, "Oh, I'm a graduate. I don't want to start up. I don't want to start as a teacher." You might know how to teach. Even if you don't know how to teach, you might do that temporarily in order to gain experience or so that you won't sit idle, because an idle hand is a devil's workshop. So you might actually take out time to go and teach in a secondary school. That is not your end. It's just a stepping stone. While doing that, you are busy submitting applications. So rather than stay idle, do something with what you have. You might say private schools are actually exploiting graduates. It is better than nothing. Sitting down at home doing nothing will not help you, because even if you get a job and they ask if there's when you have been asked what have you been doing at home all this while, when you have no experience, look, it might not speak well as an industrious person. It might not speak well for you that even though you haven't got a job, there's something you should not be idle. So you can develop, or you can upgrade and trade your talent. You might know how to play the piano, you might know how to sing. You can actually trade your talent for something. You might be a computer guru. There are lots and lots of things you can trade your talent for, that you can do with your talent. So don't just sit down idle. Rather than wait for, as you are waiting for the plum job, you are waiting for your dream job. You can also, alongside, some people can plait hair. You can do a whole lot of things with your talent. Then you can also develop and offer a product. I have a friend who studied mathematics in the university, and of recent is out with a book, mathematics, how to know mathematics in about 30, 60 or 90 days. And he calls his own company the Ministry of Mathematics Incorporated or International. I cannot remember quite well. So in whatsoever area you are a graduate in, or whatsoever you are passionate about, develop something. Let me tell you something. Nigeria has a very wide market, and somebody somewhere is willing to listen to you, to pay you for what you know. You might say, I'm not a guru. You don't have to be a guru. Whatever it is that you know now, some people don't know it, and they are waiting for somebody to teach them, and they'll be willing to even pay you. So don't feel inferior. Don't say, oh, I cannot do this product. I cannot. No. You can. No matter how. What matters is that you get something. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start with whatsoever you have, and I'm very sure that development, growth, and expertise will develop the more as you continue to improve. So don't wait. I have a product in mind. Go ahead. It might be tough at the beginning. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak-hearted. It's not for the lily-hearted. It's for the strong-hearted. So you need to develop that mindset that as an entrepreneur, you really want to. And entrepreneurship basically is about bringing solutions, looking for solutions to diverse challenges of life. That's what entrepreneurship is. So develop and offer a product. You can also develop and offer a service. I have read on even on Nairaland of somebody saying he can, if you are too busy, maybe in Abuja environs, he can run around as a messenger for you. You might say, yes, he's a graduate, he's running around being a messenger, but I can tell you, whatsoever message around he runs for anybody, he won't go. Such person won't go free. He'll be paid. So you can actually offer a service. There's something you can do. Start with what you have, rather than waste time just pinging on social media, liking pictures, commenting. Take time out to research on YouTube. You can download videos on that particular service. You can read. Go read. Google is your friend. Google out things about that service, and I can tell you, you'll be amazed at the possibilities that you can come up with that particular product or service. You can also broker a product. This basically means being a middleman for a product. You can. I remember I read on Nairaland either last year, or yes, I think it should be last year, of a particular company that does what they do is that they install for schools a centralized management system that allows the school to be able to manage report sheet, payment, and whatsoever. And they came online and said they were looking for agents. And I remember the title of that was how I made their 40,000 naira with an opportunity here on Nairaland, if I remember quite well. What the person did was to broker that service or that product. What he did was he got in contact with this particular company, and they gave him agreement forms. He signed, sent it back to them, and he actually went to his particular school and offered the product, and he did a demonstration, and they took up they liked the product, and they asked that the company come and do it for them. The company studied that. Once when the company was paid, they paid him his own 40,000 naira. So you can actually broker a lot of products and services here in Nigeria. So rather than sit idle, there are lots and lots of things. Look around you. What are people looking for? Go online, search. What are the products people are looking for? You don't necessarily need to know about that product. You can just, when you see somebody asking for something, okay, what you just need to do, Google, find out who are the people that can supply this, who are the people that can provide this product or this service. Then once you find that, you stand as a middleman. You collect your money from any of the parties. You can even collect money on both sides if you are smart and you know exactly how to go about it. So Brokering a product or brokering a service is one of the things that you can do, serving as a middleman in order to, or middlewoman, sorry, in order to be able to raise money to get something doing. Don't say the government, I'm waiting for the government to provide me this. A whole lot of people are spewing, excuse me, let me use this word, trash online or around. They say government has not provided. I have decided that the government will not decide my life. The government is not going to decide how I earn my money or when I earn. I will decide what I want with my life. I will live my life not by chance, but by making the right choices. So sitting down idle and waiting for the government, even though I remember sometimes when I don't have a generator, I pack my laptop, I put it in my bag, I go look for cafes or anywhere I can get light, and I go on with my job, and nobody knows whether whatsoever the challenge is, there are always diverse solutions. So don't go, whatsoever it is you can complain about, you can actually find solutions. Anything you complain about, there are actually thousands of solutions to that thing. You can also engage in civic contribution. That is, you can volunteer for maybe an NGO, find something doing. That's the bottom line. You can you can contribute your own quota. I know of a friend of mine. Her name is Esther Ijiwere. She is the organizer of Work Against Rape. She does that, and of recent they were in some schools where they were distributed in conjunction with the Lagos State government. They distributed books. You can join courses like that, and I can tell you, in one way or the other, you will get money, no matter how little. And while you are doing that, you're also gaining experience. You are learning teamwork. You are learning leadership. You are learning organization. You are learning how to think. You are learning forecast. You are learning project management. There are a whole lot of things you learn through such civic contribution. Now, I'm an entrepreneur by God's grace, and I'm into mobile marketing and all other things. And under mobile marketing, I'm into bulk SMS services. And you can see my website, targetedmobilesolutions.com. Go there, register. If you want to know about mobile marketing, I can train you. Then I also do bulk SMS portal setup for people who also want to be engaged in bulk SMS services. You can visit this website, bigdreamsconcept.com.ng/reseller, and you can digest all the information therein. I also do toll-free and non-toll-free number setup. Just visit bigdreamsconcept.com.ng for details. Caller tunes, GSM, shortcode setup, voice SMS, robocall. These are things I do under mobile marketing. And if you also want to learn how to set up your own bulk SMS portal, I have done a video training on DVD, or you can download it online, that teaches you how to set up your own bulk SMS portal. You can also make money. Visit this link, bigdreamsconcept.com.ng/SMS portal, and you'll be able to get adequate information on about this opportunity. By learning how to sell, by doing this, you are acquiring a skill that can help you. I can tell you, even toll-free and non-toll-free numbers can actually make you a whole lot of money. It can make you money. Okay, so just visit bigdreamsconcept.com.ng, visit the links there, the menus, the sub-menus, and you'll be able to get more information. Okay, I'm also into website design and development. These are just some of the sites I remember offhand now that I just typed here that I've done. And if you want to learn about web and mobile marketing, you want to become a web consultant, visit this link, schoolofwebandmobilemarketing.com, and you'll be amazed at what you see testimonials of people who have gone through our school of web and mobile marketing, and they have impacted their bottom end income. So it's another opportunity for you to create extra streams of income. Even if you are doing a regular job, you're engaged in a regular job, you can still learn. I do group trainings or one-on-one. I'm also into web hosting, and that's my web hosting site, hostmywebnow.com. And I'm also into professional CV writing. You can go to this page, solutionpalace.com/other CV, and you can also look for check out my user ID on Nairaland. It's Big Dreams, BIGDREAMS. There's a thread on Nairaland about CV writing, testimonials of people who have actually benefited from my CV writing. So go to Nairaland, look for the user ID Big Dreams, BIGDREAMS. That's my user ID on Nairaland, and you will be able to, you'll see stuffs I've written, some things I've done. Okay, these are some entrepreneurial websites. Take out your time, go through them, and I'm sure you'll be able to learn one or two things from there. Okay, as we round up now, you might be saying, how do I access funds? I need money. I want you to understand that number one, an important ingredient in accessing funds is through people you already know. It's through people you already know. You can, if you have a good relationship with people that you already know, they can loan you money, they can give you money. And commitment to your set goals. Are you sure you commit yourself to using the funds for the right thing? I remember when I started my computer training school in 2007, June 4, Monday, June 4 to be precise. Nobody gave me a dime. I had only a Pentium 1 computer system that a computer engineer gave me on credit. And I had the computer in 2006, almost towards the tail end, November, December to be precise. So I remember somebody asking me, a woman that attended my church, can you train somebody on how to use the computer? Though I had no formal computer training, because by God's grace, I didn't attend any computer school, I didn't attend any computer training school, but I told her I could do it, because in one way or the other, I go to cafes, and not that I knew so much, but the little I knew, she said, he asked if I could train her and so on. I said yes. What I now did was, by God's grace, I prayed, and God directed me to friends who were actually trainers, and I got materials from them. What I did then was to study in the night, 3 hours studying in the night, preparing for the next day. So that actually helped me. So don't say you cannot do it. I never went to a computer school. By God's grace, I'm self-taught. Then personal commitment. How much do you have, or what knowledge have you acquired to ensure you succeed? Some people say the money is not always the ultimate. I was telling you, when I started computer school in 2007, it was in 2010. My father gave me, I was enough 40,000 naira to add, or to, as would I say capital, working capital. He gave that to me. But all through the 3 years, nobody gave me a dime. I remember somebody even giving money to use it for something, to get an international passport. But because I was committed to getting, because I had the opportunity to travel out then, but I was so much committed to what I wanted to do. What I did was, I used that money, I went to use it to buy a computer system in order to increase the computer systems I had. You might say, what kind of decision is that? That's my own personal decision. I might have been wrong or right then, I didn't know, but I was so much committed that I wanted the computer school to grow. And for 3 years, nobody gave me a dime. I was running it from the money. I had a student the first week, the second week I had students. Gradually, the place began to grow. I began to have more students, and because I was committed, things began to improve. And by God's grace, I also began to increase the fees. And whenever people come, I tell them, look, my computer training school is different. And let me give you a short story. I remember a particular man and his wife came to my computer school then. My table was my mom's tailoring. The computer table then was my mom's big table she used for tailoring then, which she uses to cut designs of clothes, which she was no more using then. That was my computer table, and I had 2 systems by then with big monitors, in the as at that time. So this man and his wife came to buy something at a shop beside my own shop, and when they came in, they looked very touche, very corporate, and here was I struggling. I had my office table and the computer training table at the other side. I had my office table at one corner. As I didn't have a receipt. What was my receipt? My receipt was just 2 plain pieces of paper, A4 white paper, separated by carbon paper. That was my receipt. So whenever anybody pays, instead of me even cutting, I divided it into like 8 segments. So whenever I start writing the receipt from the outer side, so whenever I want to write a receipt for somebody, I write your name, what you paid for, I now cut that part, I give it to that person. That was the receipt I had then. So don't be afraid of starting small. You have everything you need to start. Don't say you want to start it big. Start with whatsoever you have. The man came. I remember that day. I still remember very well. He came. He was saying, "How can you be doing computer?" He asked for the courses we do. He was saying, "How can you be doing computer training with just 2 computer systems?" To be very candid, I was shocked initially. I was shocked. I was terrified. It was as if the man came to terrorize me. But I just picked up courage. I said, "Though we have 2 computer systems now, but that's not where we are going. We have a vision. This place is going to become." I spoke out of passion. I spoke out of passion. I told him we might be here now, but that's not where we are. We are going to be forever. It's just for a time. And with all the, in quote, grammar and the Oyinbo that the man spoke, do you know that 2 weeks later he came to register? When he came, the man is older. He's a married man. Himself and his wife came. He was one who registered. Till he left, he was also always addressing me as sir. Even when he finished the initial course he came for, he was asking me, "Sir, what other course should I learn, sir?" Because by the time I was done with the training for him, he was marveled. He was marveled. He improved. Even as at that time, it was a one Nokia phone we used then for internet. He told me to get one for him. I went to his house, installed it on his computer. I made my money. So we had a very good relationship. After that, he studied the other course, and we were, if not for maybe 1 or 2 things, maybe he relocated and 1 or 2 other things, he would have stuck to me. He would have remained with me, learning things after things. But as much as I was teaching people, I was also improving and learning more things. I didn't just stop at what I initially knew. I was improving myself, and I began to introduce even more courses into the computer training school. I didn't learn printing. I learned printing by, by error and mistake, by error. Somebody came and, "Can you do an invoice?" Yes, I could do it. Since I knew a little bit of designs, I designed it, and I asked some questions from some people. I went to a printing press. Though the first printing job that was brokering a service. I'm not the printer. I don't have a printing press. Mine was just to do design and go through all the other stages of printing. I incurred a loss, and I even had to add extra money because I didn't charge correctly. But that was, by the way, I learned more about that after that, and from there I learned how to produce digital banners, flex, and a whole lot of other things. So be committed. That's the bottom line of what I'm saying, and don't feel inferior. Whatever it is that you have now, you know now, that's not the end. You should move higher. Then who are in your network, your friends or your foes? Who are the kind of people you have? Are they people who encourage you, who add value to you? You need to know about them. As I round up, I want to say thank you for listening to my babblings all this while, and I hope I've been able to point out 1 or 2 things to you about this topic after NYSC. What next? Peradventure you want to contact me, you can check my contact details at the beginning of the video, and okay, you can, let me just bring it up here. Okay, so here are my contact details. So these are the websites. You can visit them. My BBM pin, my phone. These are my phone numbers, so you can contact me on WhatsApp via this. Okay, thank you for listening, and I hope that you have learned 1 or 2 things. I remain Joseph Philip. God bless you.